Typically, whenever you're using Boxcutter and you draw a shape, we will do our best to attempt to follow the shape with the mouse cursor, and this is our primary method of extrusion. However, if you were looking at a shape, say from the front, and you drew the shape and you wanted to perform an extrusion and actually give it depth, we see that the extrude amount is still at 4 because we don't actually have the ability to read it on the depth level until we actually rotate the shape. And this was traditionally the way that Boxcutter's extrusion was always done. However, the time came for us to attempt something different. So underneath input, the very final option is something called alternative extrude. And what this does is it allows users to draw a shape and perform an extrusion based off of a gesture rather than actually ray casting to the mouse. So in the event that you want to perform an extrusion to depth but based off of a locked view, you're able to do that. So just like that, even looking at the front, I was able to cut almost through this shape. And the same goes for general types of extrusions as well, not even frontally oriented ones. So we could draw this shape and we see that the mouse distance that I'm moving is actually affecting the cut rather than where I'm actually moving the mouse. So this is an alternative way to extrude, but it is my preferred method of working now because it does allow us to basically draw a shape from the side and then move our mouse to see exactly how deep we want it to cut. So it's one of those things that exists for users who may require it. However, I personally am a big fan of alternative extrude. And just keep in mind that if you want to turn alternative extrude off and on, you could press Alt. So here I am using alternative extrude where things can get a little bit weird because I'm trying to use it like the former system where I'm like ray casting to my mouse. But to do that, I would need to press Alt. And now we can actually get that former system of extrusion back. Alt is also connected to the releaser of AccuCut, so we see that we're also able to cut exceeding the form whenever we press Alt, and then if we tap Alt, we see that we're back to alternative extrude and also to the limits of the shape itself.